hello. It's a very beautiful morning from Srtv London and Abuja. We're here. Hey, what is going on, Nigeria? So many things are going in the right direction, and certain things seem to be going. It's like when we go up, we come down. Why now? We say let's have a local coach. Let's have somebody of our own who will love us like our brothers and sisters. And what happened? We got him fired, or we got him pissed off that he had to leave the job. Well, this is Wake Up Nigeria, and we're here to look at some of the things happening in Nigeria today. Mary, how are you? You're on mute. Abuja, they provoked this morning.
Okay. Good morning, Daddy Chris. How is London this morning?
London is warm, which is good. It's getting warmer and warmer. Well, soon we'll be like you guys, and so we all can open our body a little bit. You guys are enjoying, sincerely. You know, when you wake up in the morning and not think how to dress yourself so you don't get cold. That's what we have to live with. London is in that temperature right now. We're looking good. And everything is working. We are happy. Yeah. So we heard there's going to be a cholera outbreak, or there is already. What's going on?
The whole cholera stuff is becoming too much. Because at least that recorded a lot of people have died so far as regards the cholera. I think on Friday or so, somebody was showing a picture of
Mary, you're not sitting in the middle. If you can just adjust yourself, you can sit in the middle of your this, and it'll be nice, so we don't look at camera is sitting there. So yeah, so there is a cholera outbreak in Nigeria. You know, because we are never prepared. Because our leaders carried our money away, we are never prepared for anything. I'm wondering if we are prepared for this. But otherwise, cholera is something we can easily handle. It's not as if we don't have the right personnel. And cholera is something that just water, really. Obviously, since we can no more afford water, since water has become so expensive, people might choose to drink what they can afford. That might be the only reason why we're having cholera outbreak today. I don't know, but we're going to see that. I really want to understand. Let's see whether I bring Princess in. Princess, you look colorful than everybody. It's not bad, though. How are you?
I don't know what's happening with my sister. Good morning, Daddy Chris. Good morning, Mary.
Yes.
This system has turned me to evolve by force.
I don't understand who put in this one on our phone. Yes, better to have this. Anyway, we said a lot is happening, and you guys look excited. Princess, where are we with the labor crisis? That is the one I really that concerns me more. I want to know how Nigerians are feeding. Are things getting better, Mary? Let's look at that before we do anything.
Things are not getting better. Things are not getting better. Things are even getting worse. I don't know if it's maybe because of the Salah celebration, but this period, like things actually increased in the markets. A lot of foodstuffs, they were that high. So, and as regards the labor, it's still the same thing the federal government is saying. And the state governors are saying that the only thing they can pay is 57,000 naira. So they have not tried to make any change. It's the same thing. So I don't know the next action that the labor will take after all this.
Like we said, maybe labor may be tired because a lot of people are still looking down on labor. They are fighting labor. They have good critics. Those who are the sycophants who are singing along with the government. They want to talk down on labor, and labor may be forced to bow down. And if they do so, this is what will happen. Like the labor man warned us, there's only one solution to this. By the time the revolt or the anger comes from the people, sir, you might not be able to contain it. I think we are sitting on a time bomb, like one of our guests earlier said. If we allow people, if we allow a policeman, if we continue to allow policemen who you give life ammunition to go on the street and they are hungry, woe unto that policeman who refused to do something with the gun. Because the first instinct of a human being is to survive.
That's true.
It's our natural instinct to survive. So you give me ammunition to go and survive. I'm going to take it from somebody, you know? And when that begins to happen, I think a time will come I'm predicting this, that the police is the men of the armed forces that will now revolt. Because so far, what we're hearing now, the men of the armed forces, I don't know whether they get this joke. What Labour is saying applies to them. In those days, we had series of coup in Nigeria. You understand? When the government is behaving, the military guys will step in. And that's what has swept Nigeria back. One young lady rightly said in the House of Rep that we've been experiencing 20 something years of uninterrupted democratic system. Let's put it that way. All right, where we vote people into power. Are they really better? That's something I really want to discuss with somebody on a discussion on this show. But let us look at what we have on the news today. Princess, do you know anything new about the labor crisis?
Good morning, viewers. So the labor crisis is still there. Don't forget that Labour are patiently waiting for federal government announcement. It's a bill that is the National Assembly is supposed to pass into law, and is when we're going to know the amount. And now we had also yesterday the minister for Labour was saying we should Labour should just, whatever the case may be, whatever amount that the federal government will come up with, Labour should be reasonable and move on with it. And we said also, we remember that Comrade said on Saturday that it's not good that the federal government imposes on us a wage that it will not be sustainable to workers. And of course, we know that federal government has not said we are paying A or B, or we're paying one or two. They've only said they've passed it. We know that they actually proposed 62,000, and Labour also reduced to 250,000. And now federal government already passed that memo to the National Assembly without now consulting
The
Labour
labor.
to know whether, okay, are you people okay with this final resolution? Nothing of such. And we're now waiting that after the public holiday, of course, work will resume tomorrow in Nigeria, and we will see what Labour is up to, what they will come up with,
Yeah.
rather the National Assembly.
I mean, it's a national calamity, and we pray. We really pray for the country because at this moment, I don't
And
see what.
and and also we have the people like Ned Nwoko saying, Ned has been saying it repeatedly, that any minimum wage below 100,000 would be a wicked thing on the part of government, will be unreasonable, and will be something against the workers, because the workers, we know, are the pillars of every nation.
Princess,
So,
what is 150? I understand, and thank you, Ned, for that wonderful observation. Ned, but what is 100,000 naira? 100,000 naira in today British economy is £50. £50.
but
£50 will
but
not
but
give
but,
you
but
a
Daddy
meal.
Chris, I think that is reasonable compared to what governors are offering. You can see that the
No, no,
highest governor we've seen so
Princess,
far
we don't
will
have
be
governors.
Obaseki of
The
Edo State,
people, here
that
I
is
do
saying
want
that
to
he's
said
even
something.
ready for the
Yeah.
70,000. But other
Princess,
governors we've seen is 57 and below so far.
Princess,
Edo has been at least the best among them. So we should at least applaud him for
And
that.
Lagos as well.
yes, we don't have governors, but a time will come. Yaradua once said it, that the people will revolt against us. There's extent to which you can treat human beings. Nigerian workers deserve better. In fact, this is a country that has no security. And what we are talking about now, the federal government must look at it. I don't know whether it's the federal government we want to call on here, because the labor guy did make us realize that the problem is not only coming from the federal government, that Tinubu look like somebody who want to listen. But of course, the state won't let him.
But Daddy Chris, don't forget also that once government say this is a law, eh, if we're standing by the law, this is a law that must, because you can't tell me that, okay, you are expecting allocation from the federal, and I tell you, okay, your state, I'm not able to pay you this, I will pay this. So these are some of the things I think government should sit, state government should sit up and start looking for way out. Maybe this will make them channel their energies within the
They
states.
are. if the federal government must be seeing this as an opportunity for an economic revolution. I put it this way, and I don't understand why they see it as if Labour is fighting them. For me, if I'm a government, if I'm Tinubu right now, it's an opportunity for me to kick the asses of the governors who I know are doing nothing. I'm going to compel them to now begin to make money and actually give back to the federal. There's nothing wrong if Nigeria go into borrowing today. In fact, if I become the president of Nigeria, the first thing I'm going to do is to borrow a lot of money. But the money will be used for what? Production. There's so much market for our goods. Only West Africa alone, where goods move freely. The whole of Africa need our goods. And even the rest of the world. Princess, I was with you at an event a few days ago, and we saw a young generation of people like Mary organizing Africana. I wish I can share some of the images with you guys today, but I wasn't really prepared for this. You understand? But the Africana is a brand that young Nigerians are putting together. That's how you see it every day. That is for fashion. Beautiful. They are coming up with brands. That is young people choosing to be productive, not the government, not the state, not the people of Nigeria. You go, for instance, if you move around, you've been to London, where the Nigerian food, you see white people queuing up to eat our food, our jollof rice. It is sellable. But it's just that we refuse because we used to oil money. We refuse to go into production. That is the problem of the Nigerian state today. I thought Tinubu taking down the subsidy would have taken advantage of this. And now that Labour is helping him, it's enough time to say, hey, listen, if we don't talk, if we don't behave, it's time to listen to these people. We don't have to do everything. We're not even going to pay them all this money, but we're going to promise them something. Today, we're going to put ourselves on a timeline between now and so there will be no food shortage in Nigeria. What Mary is reaching me from Mary now is, if you go to market, the price of goods keeps going up. How can people survive when you cannot pay them the decent, the little amount, survival money? We're not talking of even money to, I don't think anybody can eat well with 100,000 in Nigeria to eat well. What can you people survive, Princess? I don't understand, maybe. What can you buy Gary in the market and you eat only one kind of food? Because it's bringing us to the trouble we're facing now. Cholera is
the attitude the governors are displaying, they're acting like they're punishing them for asking them to pay the minimum wage. You understand?
Yes.
I think minimum wage is beyond them, but they cannot even think or strategize on how to even make that money to be able to pay to.
But maybe if it is what I would do if I were the government, this is what I see here. It's going to bounce down on everybody. Okay, Tinubu, I'll say to the state governor, you know what? From today, you must do this. You must begin to work. You need to, that you guys need to, you know what? To be in get workers. These workers are now holding us to ransom. What we're going to do, we're going to make the workers work for their money. Simple. You understand? I will say to the Ministry of Agriculture.
Daddy Chris, let's even go to the issue of whether workers are active or not. Okay. Now, the level at which the indiscipline which we see, or nonchalantness which we see in the parts of workers, how many ministers you see coming to their offices daily?
That's the question.
How many? And your senators, let me tell you now, and your senators, they go on holiday, recess all the time. All the time they are on recess, all the time. Because I had somebody in my former office that covers the National Assembly and some of these ministries, and so we know their activities, their activities in Abuja. Most of these ministers, they only come to work maybe once or twice a week. They are always walking about, traveling up and down without being productive. And that is why you see the workers, if you go to Secretariat, for instance, most of these people know when their ministers used to come, and you will see them cleaning, arranging the fear of ministers. And the time they will know that the minister will not come, they stroll in and they stroll out. Nothing will happen.
But is it not an opportunity for Tinubu to act? Princess, is it not an opportunity for President Tinubu to act?
Does Tinubu have the time?
The people we hired are now fighting us. Now we're going to make them work for their money. We're going to make them make the money we're going to use to pay them. It's a simple thing, really.
The question is, does Tinubu have the time? Tinubu will tell you that he's thinking about economy that is doing nothing about.
But this is the economy of the country. Princess, look at it.
These people fail to realize.
No, Princess, look at it. I see opportunity here. In the midst of all this, now I am
Have
the
you have
president.
you noticed that the ILO conference that goes on yearly at Switzerland in Geneva also, have
Yeah.
you noticed that it is only Nigeria issue? I quote me, it is only all the time we're talking about every other country. This is where every country gathers to talk about labor issue, the strength of every nation. It is only in Nigeria we hear labor is going on strike, labor is attacking this agency, labor is doing this one, they refuse. And so sometimes they begin to question, what is it that your government is doing that is not doing right? How can they be playing with the intelligence of workers? How can they pay this stipends, money that on a normal day a worker in a developed country will get half a day is what these people are earning a month, and they don't see anything wrong with it. Now these are some of the issues that they've been deliberating at the ILO conference. And I tell you the truth, I don't know if they've gone this year, but I will send you some of the link when they are there, and you will be shocked what they are, well, the way they look at Nigeria. Yesterday we saw, the presidency trying to debunk a news that was, written by the New York Times dailies, countering that report. Because even the world is not seeing. I told Mary yesterday, I said, do you think the world is not seeing what is happening in Nigeria? People are dying. There's hunger in the land. People are suffering. And you
Yes.
think that it's something you can cover, that no, all is well in Nigeria. All is not well. And you
True.
can't keep pretending, telling at the outsiders when you travel, because he travels a lot, your president, going from one country. The other day he went to, is it the G what conference, and at the end of the day you go there, you start deceiving people, all is well in my country. You even offer to help other countries, and you've not been able to help yourself. That is what the president is doing. We saw that with the ex-president Buhari, and Tinubu is not towing that part where all is not well in your country, but you kept going to conferences and you kept telling these people that yes, all is well in my country, and you are now offering support to other countries in need. Is that not funny? It is funny.
Yes.
It's
So,
sad. It's
Princess,
really
so
sad,
what
honestly.
I don't, yes, go on, Mary. What I don't understand is, sometimes I'm happy this young boy said something. I want to bring it. He said, "We the youth has resolved means of survival without these old leaders, wicked governors." That's a very wonderful observation, and I agree with you because we wicked generation. But let me put it this way, Princess. This is a three-way thing. No? I am president. I have governors. I have people working with me. And now, the people working for us or working with us at the lower level, because we are working together for the common good of the country, they are saying to us, hey, we want this amount of money. And the truth is, this money is achievable if everybody goes to work. Princess, that is the thing that is disheartening. What labor is asking for is achievable if we all go to work. So why can't, what I don't understand or what is beyond me is, why can't they use this opportunity now to accuse labor, accuse the president? Now we start this. So I'll call the government. I'll accuse
Like
the government.
Mary, like Mary said,
Yeah.
is very disheartening, is unthinkable, is unreasonable. It's actually height of
Unconscionable.
wickedness,
Yes.
for the governors or for some Nigerians to think that labor are confused people. Labor, they don't know what they're doing. They have no rights, or looking down on labor. These ones, we can't trust them. They are useless people. They are fighting for themselves. I think when I see such comments, or I see people speaking that way, I just tend to, like, okay, uh sometimes want to give up, as
No,
a
don't worry,
Nigerian,
princess. No, it's like
you
that
know,
everywhere. Yes.
because if we have an institution that is set aside for this purpose, and we know that this minimum wage is something we've been clamoring for. This is not something of today now. I've been
No,
covering labor
princess,
for over 10 years, and
do you
I'm
know
just
why?
like saying,
Princess, this trouble will remain a self-fulfilling prophecy for us until a solution that comes to it. Now, princess, this way.
and that is
I
why
don't
and
say,
that is why I asked the NSC head of information on Saturday, sir, just in case the federal government refuse to move higher, and then we decide to work with this for now, that means that the recruits we're still going to come back to this issue. It will be
Again,
unresolved.
yes. Let put it this
Let's
way.
not
ASU will come back.
let's not
Princess,
be deceived. The
no.
moment
ASU strike will come back. Yes. Wait. Princess, let me say this.
it will keep reoccurring.
Exactly. And this is the problem. Nigerians are just too, I don't know whether we are afraid to deal with our challenges or we are not pretending, we're pretending. That is very good of us. Let's put it this way. ASU, let's take the University of Benin. I'll give you Unilag. They have the best facilities you can think of anywhere in the world. In fact, the facilities in Unilag is better than the facilities from most of the universities in the United Kingdom. Quote me. In terms of building, the infrastructure may not be complete, but the building, the space is more than we have here in the United Kingdom. The space Unilag is occupying. You can't talk about 2-3 universities that have it in the UK. Now, yet, look, understand this. So, a private universities, private in Nigeria, the same country, is able to pay their staff. We brought a lecturer here who spoke to us intelligently. It's from a private university. A private university. They are paying their staff, they are well paid, and they work. They don't go about preying on our girls. They do their job. Because, in fact, you can't even come to any university in England and the lecturer to misbehave. On who? If a girl call you as a lecturer in England, you will run. Nobody will tell you to run. You will run because you know your own is finished if you ever touch her. Do you understand? So here, Princess, the question I don't understand is, if the system, the federal government has been operating with ASU, has not worked. Now they've set up the student loan. Why can't ASU operate? Why can't the Nigerian university operate 90% like the private universities? This is what we did in the UK. In the UK, we're having this series of strike. You know what Tony Blair did? Tony Blair said, you students take social loan. You only pay when you start working and you're earning a particular amount of money. But we'll give you this money to go and study. When you start earning, you give back to the nation. It's fair enough. You understand, Princess? I don't see anything wrong with that. They give you a loan. So with this loan now, let the loan be real. Not too small money. So with this loan, they can pay a decent school fees to their universities. So the university in turn can pay their workers, who are the lecturers. There will be no more strike. It's a
I tell you a story, Daddy Chris.
Huh?
There's one very topical issue that has been trending for days now, of a young lady who came on air to say, we should forget about Nigerian schools. She slept her way through university, meaning she never read, she never studied for any exam. At the end of the day, she just goes, sleep with all the lecturers and they give her mark, and that's how she actually, sex for marks. And that was what she graduated. And now the institution is trying to tell her that certificate must be retrieved because
they are mad. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yes, yeah, they must be retrieved because you didn't actually, you don't merit it. You are not worth to hold it. And now some Nigerians of the opinion that if you're saying she does not merit it, now who is going to give her back her sex or her body she gave out? Now
No,
this has been
the question is, have they been able to debunk in the news by proving the girl wrong? Is it not true that lecturers are sleeping with them for money?
Of course, as an institution, you don't expect them to say yes, so we are this. They only said, okay, she never
they should be
happened.
ashamed and keep quiet.
Yes.
You understand? What I would have done is, this is a shameful thing. We better find a way to correct ourselves. Do you notice today, the lecturers in Nigeria, they see our daughters as their food. Is the salary of lecturers are the girls, and the little money they can collect from the boys. That's their money.
That is why even in the private universities, we all know that, even the students know that is a no-go area. So whether you like, you don't read, or you don't read, you will fail. And so they try to reach, and the lecturers also know that side is a no-go area, because of course the moment you're caught, you are out.
You see, process. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So it is easy to fix the system right now, right here. By just restructuring a little bit, we're not going to operate and make people to pay like the private universities, but we can pay a little bit more, so the money is enough.
Is a system that is not working. There's a saying or parable that say, when the head is bad, then nothing becomes of the body. Or
But
nothing.
Princess, no, we are looking for way forward. We have a country here.
Yes, the way forward we are looking for that decrease is that it's when these leaders now, because me and you cannot resolve it. They are the ones that make the law.
Yes.
They are the ones
that's why I said, I agree with you. And that's why I said, is it an opportunity for Tinubu to act? Because I will not use the same sample of the university and deal with the state. I've said to the state governors, you know what? These people are not saying this. I'm not going to give you so much money, but you're going to make more money now and give to me. The country needs a restructuring. A restructuring, not the one that I will create more states. You know, the only thing you hear in Nigeria fighting for is more states, more local government, because the allocation will come there. That's the only reason, Princess, no single reason. And if you make it in such a way that having a local government is a task to make money for me at the head, you find people will not be fighting for new local government. They tell you the one we have now, the one we are paying is enough. Princess, is easy. It's easy. If the president is saying they don't know what to do, then they should get out of that place. Tinubu said it all. We didn't ask you to come and take the job. You said you can do it. Now do it, sir. And this is my problem, because I don't know, maybe I'm outside and I'm saying the problem as simple as it is. It might not be that simple, but Princess, the question I ask everybody is, how can a private university be successful, disciplined, produce better result than a university like University of Benin? Look at you know what we have in University of Benin?
Sir, it's the same thing we're talking about. You know, it's the nonchalantness, you know, the attitude of, our government workers. And sometimes I want to blame them a little and leave them, because if their heads, the authorities actually acting well, you can see that. For instance, now we're talking about in Niger State, where there's a major disaster, where we have about 20 people dead on the spot, and we still have others on rescue. When we're talking about illegal mining and the land collapse we saw, or earthquake, I don't know what that is called. And we saw that the governor, the deputy governor, the speaker, in the midst of that, left the state without giving proper orders. And another one happened after like 2-3 days. And as we speak, these people are on rescue. Some are down, some are still dead there. We're talking about the number three people in the states are gone to Mecca praying. And now, how do you think that people below we perform when these people don't even know what they're doing? These people are so confused. Most time I see Gino Melaya, coming out on social media saying all sorts of things. Our leaders are these people don't know what they're doing. Are like, is that coming from Dino? Really now? Dino of all people.
Look at that one that parade himself like a village fool. Village is the highest village fool I've seen.
Yes, I saw one of his posts yesterday. Look at the nonsense. He was trying to criticize politicians, and like, everybody said, this man, are you drunk? Apparently, these people, when they are there, they are carried away. They don't know what they do. It's the same Dino. It's the same Dino that we have a car of 300 million, 405, half a billion in their garage. Look at Dino's house.
And he's not going to do anything with them. The fool is not even going to use it. It's going to die soon. Those cars are not put to use. This is the problem. This is the waste we're talking about. The cars are not going to be used.
Yesterday also parading. Yes. Yesterday we saw Dino parading in his car garage, showcasing all the cars that are worth over 10 billion. At the end of the day, what are you doing with these cars? No accountability. He has left power, he has stolen the money, he has looted, and now he's walking around freely. These are the things we'll talk about.
And that Kogi State, we better bring them to book, because that many boyfriend.
And very soon, that is how we see Yaya Bello moving around.
That's what I'm
Yaya Bello will be moving around. Yaya Bello will be
my boyfriend.
Huh? No, but you know the truth, eh? What I cannot understand, what my spirit, when I wake up, I am crying, princess, because we will come back to labor crisis again. It will go and it will come back. It will go and it will come back until we ask ourselves, how do we truly resolve this? And we're going to take a look at it sincerely. It's going to be a brave decision. Tony Blair was taking a decision for us in this country. We were angry with him. He said, hey, there will be nothing like this without anybody paying for it. Somebody have to pay for it. Now, the shameful thing, and perhaps the only problem we have in Nigeria, I swear, princess, is oil. If oil is taken from Nigeria today, we will start to produce.
Funny enough, we saw the news yesterday. Senegal is not producing oil. A lot of them are not producing oil. So very soon, the focus will be out of Nigeria to other places.
No, like you know what they say?
And
There
that
is
will be
oil
it.
in every African countries now. There's oil. They found their own oil. And even in the West, if they choose to drink their own oil, they have enough. You know, we don't have tomorrow. Here they keep some of them in case there's a crisis, so they have enough for themselves. So
We
it's not
don't.
that they
So
don't have. So we cannot. And I said, what a shame. It was a time. In fact, our children will never forgive us. This time that we are earning so much money, and all we talk about is how to eat the money, how to spend it in a shameful way. Like you see people like Dino, the question you ask Dino, where did you make the money? You ask that fool man, that foolish boy, call Yaya Bello. Ask him, look at Iboridem. Look at all these guys. I'm sorry. You guys are disgraced. Look at Okowa, the big fool. Okowa want to become a president, from a village fool to become president, because he has stolen money. Has Okowa worked one day in his life to earn money for a campaign? Okowa, you think you are the most intelligent fool? And look at, you understand, princess? This is what is bringing us to where we are. And it's a big disaster. I don't even mind. That's not my problem. The corruption is not even my issue. But putting us, having a leader that have a vision and begin to channel our energy in the right direction. I just give an example with this university now. If you tell me this resources thing, you know why I know this? If I were to be in Abuja, Mary, you know where we'll be working? 90% will be University of Abuja. Because I see the talent there, I see resources, I see space. I've done that. The last time I had a house in Ojo, my office is actually still 90% in Lagos State University. When I moved to Sulere, my office was Unila. You know why? When you go there, you see a lot of talent. You see a lot of resources. Wasted, Mary. Princess, call me. The resources in the university are wasted. You see all these lecturers looking for women. If you give them the right thing to do, they'll begin to work. And it's not their fault. The only reason is the reason why a foolish fool like you, I'm talking to most of you lecturers now, turn our guests to your own. Waiting for them to come. Every time they resume, you begin to look for the most beautiful one. Boy. But if you can put them to work, they will be productive. These guys will be productive. You need to... Princess, why did they not misbehave when they come to UK? Tell them, hey, come here, come try her. They are beautiful guys here. Come to UK. Come and work and carry your dick, hold on for hand. You go end up for prison. 15 years, one straight. The next one alive. Because the system will not allow you, princess. It is not the fault of this lecturer. It's the system. That's why I said President Tinubu should take advantage of what Labour is saying.
is
It
it
can
not
never
the
be better
system
than now.
also? Is it not the system here in UK that when you are driving, when you see 20, you know you can't drive above 20. When you see 30, you know,
Prior
of
now,
course, nobody
they
will tell you.
I don't. My
It's a
license is
law.
about to be gone now. I drove.
If you
I don't
like
know. I
to
got
drive
to 24.
fast,
The range is 20. I don't know. I got to 24. The police wrote me a
and
paper.
even
They
and
don't take
even
my license.
and even if you think, oh, I have the money, by the time you do it 2-3 times and they retrieve your license, you will know that okay, life no be beans. So I
Princess,
think that
then
our leaders,
when you beat, princess,
I will
when
always
you
say,
there are rules you can beat, and they will allow you. If you drive beyond the speed limit, you don't pay fine. There are some offenses which are not finable. That one they know you're going to try and take your license because that's the only way they can handle you. Fool. Some of them you can do and you get away with. But if you beat traffic light once, you get the record, they leave you. If you do it twice, they will take that license from you. so that you will have no license to drive. And if they see you driving with while disqualified, it's in prison, it's prison. And if you go to prison in
And you
UK,
see,
there's nothing to do
that
again.
is why even the youth here, people tend to like do what is right. You know, when it's your turn, you wait for your turn. Nobody is rushing anybody. Daddy Chris, it has to come. It has to, it will only work when there's rule of law in Nigeria, and of course, when the leaders become very
Princess,
accountable. They are not
princess, one thing,
accountable.
yes, one
They
thing
do
we
this
need
and they
now.
get away with it, and you don't
No, yes,
expect
but the
ordinary
question
civil
is
servants.
Tinubu have no excuse. This is an opportunity. If I'm president, I'll be smiling. I'll be putting fire on labor. Boy, do this more. Do this more. I'm gonna work with you guys to make this work. Because I need labor to achieve this. I cannot stand in front of the people who are corrupt as me and tell them we're gonna do things differently. Labor is giving me an opportunity here to fight, and I'm gonna blame labor. But I'll be working. Labor is out to help Tinubu achieve his goal. Because the blame with your labor, right? But Tinubu will say to his governor, look at it, we cannot continue like this. We have to do this. We
We
cannot
all
continue like
know
this.
that, like I said, yeah, we all know that if Tinubu likes, so if all the whole National Assembly, Akpabio and Abbas, if they like, suffer these people, abuse them, and use your power to subdue them, they will still come out in the future to say this is what we want and this is the amount we're taking. The
No,
strike
in
will
fact,
continue.
you cannot oppress. You see, it's a power of good over evil. When Jesus Christ was preaching, when he was on earth, when Prophet Muhammad was on earth, they wanted to silence them as much as they can. Today, people celebrated Salah, the effort a prophet put on earth years ago. You see, Jesus Christ, on Sunday, everybody goes to church. The hard work of a man who came to this world and was killed innocently. You see, as we go, we will see that you can never defeat good. At the end, it is temporary. Of course, they killed them. If Muhammad hadn't left Mecca, they would have killed him. So they would love to kill. If you say this in Nigeria now, they say, oh, if you say this that decrease in Nigeria, they'll kill you. I know. It is punishable by death in the country. Truth is punishable by death. If you don't know, the only offense that is punishable by death, right today, is truth. If you speak truth anywhere, it's punishable by death to blind people. But at the end of the day, the truth, the good will overtake evil. So that is our consolation. And that is why I know that whatever we're going through today as a nation, we can resolve it. In fact, I'm angry with Tinubu right now. That Tinubu cannot take advantage of the current situation to restructure Nigeria. What is restructuring? He says, I wish I can get somebody here. Now, you know the issue. Mary, this is why I'm coming to you now. Now, people can no more feed well. There's no money in their hands, so they are drinking poor water. Because water now is, you understand? When you don't have good water, what happens? Cholera. And cholera is here to kill us. And Nigerians will not want to listen to what Labour is saying. This is the aftermath of what Labour is crying for. By the time you cannot afford decent water to drink because there's no money, the price of production of water is high, they cannot sell it, so you now drink. You see that pure water that they drink, it's not healthy.
Sometimes you find dirty particles inside pure water. It's not even all pure water that is
even the
bottled water is expensive. That's another thing.
See, so you see now, Mary, you even know what they roll up in that water they give to you that says pure water? Are you sure where they produce it? Have you been there? Do you understand? We just break, it's good water. Because we trust on somebody called the government.
It's in a sachet because they know that this pack is not like it's the best. You understand? So that's just it. I feel for Nigerians right now for what they are going through because this color has been killing a lot of people already. People have been
I will always say that, until our leaders are accountable, you can't tell me that a country that you're telling civil servants, you're telling labor, you're telling workers to be okay and calm down when some are going with 100 million monthly, 20, 30, 40, 50 million monthly, and some are going with peanuts in the same economy, in the same system, in the same country, and you want some to be calm. We had the Salah celebration where people could not afford even chicken. People could not afford,
Yes.
ram. And then we still have lawmakers, senators, we still have ministers going home with 20 million, buying 10 cows in their compounds, and you want some people to be fine. And you think Labour do not have the right to shut down the country. It's laughable. And it's annoying as well when I see comments, especially coming from young people, Labour do not have the right to shut down the country.
Because those young people, they are not working. It's only the people that are working that understand what Labour is doing. So you cannot, social media, you need to understand that it's not everybody that is in social media that is responsible, that work. Some of them, they're just parading on the streets. Some of them, they just tend to be playing this bet Nigeria on their daily basis for survival. So they're not even working. So there's no way they can have a knowledge of what Labour is doing. So you should understand that everybody, they have this cheap data, they come online, they don't stop. So when you see people not understanding what Labour is doing and they're criticizing Labour, you understand the level at which they are. That they are not even working. So they don't even understand at all. The main people that
You
are
can
working,
see, yes, you can see this comment from Blessing here saying that our leaders can see how things are put in place in the UK and other countries, but why can our leader do the same in Nigeria? I flew British Airways to London with a sitting governor now. You could see that when he came down out of the flight, he was walking like every other person. He was carrying his luggages like normal. But if he were to be in Nigerian airport, first of all, you will not even see him. First of all, bodyguards go block you. First of all, siren go block your ear, go block your brain. That is the mentality of our people.
And
You know,
who do we blame here? We're going to blame the British. Oh. They taught us this slave mentality. In fact, you see, the British people, they came to Africa, they don't practice what they did. And when they came there, one guy will come, he will have a lot of servants. Eh?
Daddy Chris, you cannot blame it on them. Because they
contributed.
are far gone. They are far
Yes,
gone. We are
I
not
agree.
independent. We
Exactly.
should follow
Princess,
our own footsteps.
you know what is painful, mate, Princess? Ibori was here in this country. All these village fools you see now, they've been here. They've seen how a system work. Most of them lived here. Some of them even studied here. The village fools you have there now. And when they get out of there, when they come here, you see the way they be. Before Okuwa became governor, I called him here and we were talking. The guy was talking smoothly. He said, our system is not like you have in the UK. I said, okay, there's no difference between what you have there and what we have here. You can make it. And he promised that he's going to do the best because he has seen, only for him to become a roadmaster all through his time. Princess, you said something today, and I want the government to take this from us. This trouble will continue in Nigeria until we find a holistic solution to the problem. And what is it? It is only a very simple thing. Now they are fighting us. Okay, I cannot mention one sector of the Nigerian economy that cannot make us money. You know what's so beautiful, Princess? We have the people to do the job. I don't know what's wrong with my system. Okay, maybe it's Mary, it's me now. I thought it was my camera that went off again. I was thinking, something is wrong.
The thing is that the Christian, until we have, eventually we'll have one leader one day that say, no, this thing must be like this. We'll not impose it. People will not be charged for it.
You see, that's one time. That was why we remember Buhari. We remember the time of Diab, but they call him a dictator. Maybe we need a dictator, you understand, to put us on track. Because if you listen to these fools, these village fools, you know what they do? They go to school a lot. My former friend say, this guy go too much to the school. You know what he was saying that? In those days, when we came to Belgium to buy cars, they say you can only change 5,000 at a time. I will come with a lot of money. So we will enter the queue. We're going to change 5,000. We're going to enter the queue again. And we'll come back. They cannot say it's at a time, right? And we'll come back. It's not at a time again. Foolishness. Do you understand? There are some laws which does not work. You understand? And then you see, Princess, what we're going through here now, Labour is helping us to wake up. I don't know whether Labour even understand what they're saying. Because what I see in the opportunity of Labour is for all of us to go to work. Now, like I was trying to analyze, only Nigerian Agric, Ministry of Agric, who they go there and they sit down. Commissioner, the Ministry of Agriculture in Delta State, in Ebonyi State, in Edo State.
And you will be shocked. And you will be shocked that And you'll be shocked that the Minister for Agriculture never studied agriculture,
You don't even know anything
never
about it.
has a farm, never even stayed in a village. Apparently, he has been working as a banker somewhere, or maybe he's a political person. They will
Yeah,
just
but
give them.
princess, even if he has understanding, and because I don't think I will be a medical doctor to come and restructure the medical industry.
But sometimes you have to be in the field to understand what's actually happening there.
I agree. I agree completely.
Sometimes you have to be in the field. It's as if you okay now. I even want us to go into the papers, because there's a very critical news coming from the Guardian I saw today earlier. That even hospitals are now running short of medications. It's no longer food crisis now. We're not having crisis, talking about mercy to save people. So
Yes.
imagine something goes wrong at the end of the day. Somebody's at the hospital that needs a particular paracetamol or folic acid or something, and you tell them we run short of it. They run to the pharmacy, they don't have. They run to another hospital, they don't have. You want to kill people. After all, people have been dying anyway, and this means nothing to them. It's okay for the president, yesterday at the Salah message to say, oh, Nigerians need, sacrificing citizens for Nigeria to work. How can the citizens sacrifice? They've already sacrificed enough, as far as I'm concerned. They've sacrificed their time, their resources, their energy, suffering. And then we still have in the same economy, while some are suffering, you are telling us there's no minimum wage, no money. Some are still going with 20 million, 100 million, the senators. In the same country, in the same economy. We're not talking about two different countries. Yes. So in the same economy, we have people that can actually just go to, go home with such amount of money. And in the same economy, people are not able to feed 2 times a day. And now you're telling me that.
Yes. You see your argument. I love it. You know where I'm coming from. Yes. The question, the deep question here is, this money these fools are sharing, where is it coming from? Oh yeah. You understand? They are not working for it. Do you understand? So the Nigerian state is living on sharing. I don't know whether you understand. They live on sharing. For instance, a young man want to be governor of Delta State. He said, oh, I never heard that before, and I want to share this. I'm talking of Emmanuel. He said, if I become governor, look at Sheriff now, that big village fool. I'm sorry, you're a village fool, sir. The guy said, if I become governor, I'm going to convert the whole schools, the whole general hospital, into teaching hospitals. And I was thinking, what is this guy talking about? He said, listen to me, Daddy Chris. I said, okay, sir. He said, I will use it, I will turn them to schools, and I begin to train nurses and medical doctors and other health practitioners, maybe lab technologists, that these people will then if we turn all our hospitals, then they become specialists. A branch of it will now be specialist hospitals. You understand? Rather than having them as general hospital, because have you been to a general hospital? You know amounts of space. Go there now and see whether they are put to use. The only reason they are not put to use is just a thinking of a right governor can turn it to good use. The guy said they will turn it to this. This is what will happen is the guy will end up producing medical doctors, maybe lab technologists, nurses. Even if they go out of the country, they will be making money and send back home. That's on a good day. But if they stay, they become, and you turn that place to a medical, that place become what? Delta State, if you had implemented that, maybe all health problems, this cholera we're talking about, they will run into Delta State for treatment. Health is wealth. That is the right governor. That's the right
and that is why you will see that I want us to even go to the Guardian newspaper, because you will see that this will not affect them, because once they even have headache, running stomach, they are off to any other country for treatment.
Let's see.
And so they will not be bothered. But we can see the main headline here coming from the Guardian. The big story says, out of stock, anxiety as 200% hike, scarcity hits hospitals, essential drug markets. This is very worrisome.
Oh.
This is very worrisome.
Because these guys are not here.
This is very worrisome, because we're seeing that doctors worry over unavailability of drugs for their patients, resort to herbs Now their doctors are now turning to herbalists to go and collect herbs to treat patients. How many of the doctors we have know about herbs or know the usage of these herbs? They were
Princess,
trained with this.
you know the funniest thing. I'm happy. Thank God, Guardian is addressing the key issue we're talking about today. Now, the cholera outbreak, for instance, these people can drink good water, so some of them now are still in Saudi. So, and they expect the ordinary people to take it. And the question I ask, Mr. Governor, the money you took now, you travel with, where is the money coming from? Only that question is my question. Oh. I don't have any other question. President Tinubu, the money you are spending, where is it coming from? Did you work for it? The question I said today, take it from this show, and it first. You know what I said to anybody who wants to spend money? Earn that money first. I use the word, when you have a champagne appetite on a Coca-Cola paycheck, you are a criminal. You are not working, President Tinubu. You're not making money. You know, President Tinubu, Nigeria is not making money. Nigeria is not your own. You're not making money, and look at the way you're spending. You are able to proudly say you want to construct road from one place to here. Where is the money coming from? Have you earned it, sir?
Daddy Chris, the question we should be asking is that, is it right for a group of people called senators, called lawmakers, called, ministers, to be earning whopping millions in a month in the same economy that everybody's saying we are all dead, and then others are not able to eat?
Yes, I hear what you say. I love what you're saying. That is the second argument. You understand? But the first argument is even the money the bloody senator is earning. Where is the money coming from? Have they worked for it? That's my first question. You understand? Before we even share, let us have the money first. You see, the problem we have now is we are thinking of how to share the one we have. That's the argument on the surface. But my pain is the money first.
It's even the workers that are even working that are stressing, because senators, I don't see the job they do. They've never risen a block. They've never carried heavy load.
The job of senators were to facilitate. Thank you.
They go in convoy from their magnificent homes. They enter their magnificent cars, and they go to their exquisite offices in National Assembly, sit at the red or green chamber, snoring, sometimes sleeping off, wearing a dark bar expensive perfume. And they hit one thing, will pass a law or a bill. They argue, they quarrel, 1 hour, 2 hours, they are off for the day. And the next 3 days you'll hear we're on recess. The next 3 days you'll hear they are out of the country.
Most of them have bedroom in the offices.
How much are they giving to their side chicks? How much are they giving, squandering on an entertainment, buying one champagne for 100 million? And at the end of the day, where is this money coming from? That is the question. How are we making this money?
People negotiating with labor, they put 2 billion on the table for refreshment, for discussion with labor. Now they craze. These people, they are sick. The young man asks us, are we not mad? Are we really in our senses? Princess, I am still going to stick to this. Now, let's look at it. By the time people don't have money to drink good water, 90%, I'm not a doctor, but I do know that when you drink bad water, the result is cholera. Now, they've drink infected waters, we've drunk enough. Today, Nigeria is having issue. Because these days, when we were pure water before, things are getting better. Now that the system can easily be abused. Because do you know the kind of mercy you drink in Nigeria? Most of the drinks they call wine, they are all fake. Because people are desperate. You know what I say? If somebody can manufacture a fake drug, then he can manufacture a good one. I want all of them to go into production. Princess, the energy somebody used to manufacture a fake drug can be used to manufacture a good drug.
It's the same thing. Actually.
So why don't the government come in? Princess, if I can produce paracetamol, put it on the site and sell fake paracetamol like this is what is the packaging and all is more expensive, meaning there's an opportunity there. So Nigerians can be productive. Now let me put it this way. I know the ministry, the only one I know is the Ministry of art and culture. Look at that one. Do you know how much the cultural sector can raise for Nigerian economy alone? Nollywood has proven it. Nollywood now generate so much money for Nigeria. Now the music industry has proven it. Fashion makes more money than movie and film put together. Now, do you know another thing we have? We have the cultural dance. If we explore them, Nigeria will be making huge money from only entertainment. But go today, princess. Just get up today and go to the Ministry of Arts and Culture. We don't have job. Hungry, they beat them there. This same ministry that is making this whole amount of money, princess, they cannot think of, okay, now, you see what I said to them one day? And that's why I said to Nigeria, they owe me. Princess, I said to them, now, you are in the ministry. Nigeria will produce film. We will sell it to Netflix. Netflix will sell it to Nigeria. Kai, Mona, help me calculate and first. So we produce something. Netflix will take it from us and sell it to us. The ministry is there. They are not thinking outside the box. Now, I tell you another thing. Burna Boy is going to perform now. Maybe he has a performance in the US. Who is sponsoring him there? Who is making the money? It's not Burna Boy. The organizer of the show makes money. Listen, you hear say this boy come and perform at the stadium in London. Big news. Who makes the money? It's the organizer of the show. Where is the Nigerian ministry? It's not going better for the country called Nigeria. In fact, those of you, the opportunity of our children that you're squandering, that's only
funny enough that it Chris, I remember when last year when we were doing the Nigerian week, wanted to, collaborate and of course partner with some of these ministries. It's quite shameful what their response is.
Oh, they want money.
Yes.
They want me to buy their ticket before they come.
Yes. No, not even the ticket. The ticket is even another thing, trying to bribe. Okay, if you want me to talk to the PAM secretary on this, you have to see me, or you have to, it's irritating,
Princess, there's one body I'm going to put on the limelight, the Nigerian Export Promotion Council. Princess, that is to the height of our waist as a country. Now, the problem is Nigerian government identify that, okay, we are not making, oil is going to go. Let us look for another way to make money. So they created the Nigerian Export Promotion Council to particularly promote the export of other products other than oil. That is understand. That is the remit of the Nigerian Export Promotion Council. I better go there 24/7. They know they do anything. If the federal government don't bring money to them, they won't eat. Go to their office. There is no productivity in that home. No, Kai.
And that is why even some of these board chairmen, some of these directors, and some of these ministers, when they see these proposals, they're confused. They don't know what to do with it, and they will not invite analysts as well to help them understand, make sense of that proposal. No, it's something that if you do not understand a system or something, all you can do as the head is to say, okay, I will look over this, invite somebody, pay somebody that can explain this, that can tell you the benefit, the advantage, and the disadvantages, and then to work with it. And these people, I tell you the truth. If you go from one ministry to another in Abuja, they are dormant. They are not doing anything. The local government is better than them. They are not doing anything. They are dormant.
Let me tell you one story. When I said to them that my mission as Nigerian Week organizer is to make sure that Nigerian product gets into the UK market. Oh, they tell you, Nigerian product is in the UK already. I say, are you joking? You are a fool. Ghana will take yam from Nigeria. Before they can get it, a yam coming from Nigeria will go through Ghana before it will get to UK. Because Nigeria cannot even get their yam into the UK market. And for the one we eat, black people, not Oyibo. Now, I say to them,
I went to Ghana shop the other day. You needed to see the queue there. You needed to see, and we are all Nigerians. In fact, one guy was quarreling. Don't talk to me like that. I've been coming to this shop for more than 10 years. And when I was not coming from the market, I saw this space. I was just envisaging. I stood. I said, imagine this place is a Nigerian corner with a Nigerian color. Just imagine how this person will be making money.
Money. And our thieves who make money, they don't come. You know what is so painful, princess? This one, it hurts me deeply. You know that the Nigerian fashion, this shirt, we can make it in Nigeria. It can be in all the mainstream markets here today. You know, I gave you an instance. Now that the fashion industry is growing so well, Princess, please watch, listen to this carefully. Mary, Muna, listen to this matter. I bought a clothes from Wales. All right, some of them is what you wore the other day, Mary. You branded now to Srtv. I bought this t-shirt in Wales. I was selling them in London here. All right, I just go there, bring them stock, and I sell them. Then at the time, I said, okay, let me just send some to Nigeria. Do you know where the things came from? It came from Bangladesh. So people in Wales imported it from Bangladesh to Wales. I now bought it in London. I imported it to Nigeria, and they said it's a UK made. No, it was a Bangladesh made. Now it's my own story. That's about the t-shirt you have at Srtv today. What am I saying? Will it be so bad if the Nigerian fashion can get into that market? You said Nigerian market cannot get into Wales. If Bangladesh own can get into Wales, cannot get there.
I like the fact that the youths are actually standing up for themselves. I like the
Exactly.
fact that I went for an event on Saturday, the Africana event. It was organized by a young lady. I'm older than her, and this is a lady that all the way from Nigeria. She was able to bring in Cameroonians, Ghana, South Africans. She brought her products. She told me that she had branches all over African countries. So she thought of breaking into the UK market, bringing our own, not just our own, but these are products produced from one to 100, A to Z in
And what would
Africa.
Princess, one would have expected African Union to jump into this. I didn't have time to talk to her. From those of us, you see the difference between what I do, Princess, and what other people do in the UK. I try not to just work with the private sector, but to see how I can link the government into the
But they
private
are
sector.
not interested. They see
I
you as
know,
somebody that wants to bother them. They see you as somebody that
I know,
is trying to
I
use them
know.
to make money.
It's painful. In fact, so one of them called me from the actors, from even from Hollywood. He said that Chris, just tell me the truth. Are you trying to make money? Or what's your
Simple.
aim with this project? And I say, I run a company, SRTV. SRTV have to make money. But if you think that what I'm doing here is to make money for SRTV, then I must be wasting all my life. Anything I do that does not have an improvement on my people, I will never do it. I always say to you people in this platform, those working with me, that if this is what we're going to achieve, then I'm not for it. It must have a purpose. And I say, you see, when I sit down today and I cry, you know why? I wish I can sit down with Dangote and tell Dangote, please come and own Tesco. Don't buy Tesco. Don't come and buy football team alone. Come and open I don't know, Afromat in the whole of America and UK. That will make you import. That will be more than even oil money coming to Nigeria. Quote me again, Princess. If we have Afromat, a big supermarket, well invested, people will go there to buy things. Nobody cares whether you are black or red or this. Is the product they want. You can put all kind of product there. It's just a brand. You sell it.
I tell you a story, Daddy Chris. So on Saturday, I went to, is it Dustin? I can't remember the name, Dustin or something. I went to Dustin, and I went to this Aso Rock restaurant, Nigerian restaurant, and I was shocked, when I wanted to buy jollof rice. When I went there, I saw, okay, there was no much food. People were sitting though. I just bought the rice, 2 pack, and all that, chinchi, and I left. And so on my way, I now noticed that the food is so cold. They didn't heat it for me. I've walked a distance. I'm like, oh, why this lady do this kind of thing now? How can she give me a cold food? I'm hungry. I went back. On getting there, you needed to see the queue. I saw white people queuing. I was wondering, this is a Nigerian restaurant now. I saw rock for that matter. What is this so Mila that all these white people they do here? That's what they eat swallow. I was just sitting. You will be shocked. These people were buying Nigerian jollof rice, buying the normal assorted meats, buying our plantain and beans. And before you know that the queue was so much that I had to stay there up to like 15-20 minutes because they had so many microwaves. But then the place was filled up before I came back. And the lady was saying, I'm so sorry, you should have asked me to warn me. I thought you were actually taking it home. Sit down. And I was sitting, I was just looking, taking videos and all that. Like, this is amazing. Like,
That,
this is amazing.
Princess, imagine that. Imagine our clothes. In the summer now, you know why I was crying? I said, I want, if I can eject Nigerian clothes into Primark this summer, and then if I die, I will die well. Quote me. Do you know how much you will make if you just bring one brand, only one t-shirt this year, or one shirt, sexy shirt for the girls, and you put it in Primark, and Primark auction it, that they're going to sell it, and you produce this and bring it from Nigeria. Whatever money, you know how many people will be employed in Nigeria. You know how much you will make for Nigeria. But it's not only Nigeria doing it. Other countries sell in Primark. The things it's selling in Primark are not made in UK. So nobody stop Nigeria from going into that market. Nobody stop us. But our leaders cannot see this. The Ministry of Agriculture, I'm talking of Ministry of Arts and Culture, they are blind. I'm talking of what I see in the UK. What about the US? What about Canada? What about Germany? When young people wear fashion now cross borders. You know what we say? Fashion has crossed borders. That's the theme of this year. Fashion Week in part of Nigerian Week. Fashion cross borders. You need to see the kind of suit now. Our guest, one fashion designer made here, he made it from African fabric and the white fabric. He mixed it. You will love the suit, Princess. You will love it. I'm going to, and they're going to get me too. I'm going to wear them at the show during this year. What I'm saying is, who stopped us from being productive? That's the question I'm asking you. So when you say the Ministry of Art and Culture cannot pay themselves, that you see the painful thing, they cannot pay themselves, or the Ministry of Agri cannot pay themselves. Look at the amount of food we could be selling in the UK and make money for the country. But we are masturbating, we are fooling ourselves at home, seeing people like Dino Melaya as leaders.
In fact, I'm going to bring that footage here tomorrow for you people to see how shameful these our leaders are. And how in a country, no accountability, somebody is having huge amounts of cars, things in his house, somebody that was not, useful to his community, to his people, either as a senator or as anything. He even came out that he wants to now be a governor.
For God's sake, how did that fool manage to become a senator? This is the thing we're talking about. You see, and then when we went to Atiko to come back, because he was one defending Atiko, a fool like
yes,
that.
That's on the same feathers. What do you expect?
Yes, Atiko, having someone like Okowa as your deputy has fooled you already. Because these are village fools. We know who they are. Look at what they have done in Delta State. He stole all the money. And you want that person to be your deputy. And Atiko, maybe your hands are not clean. You're dirty anyway, thank God. You will never be president of Nigeria. You see, these are the things we're talking about. Tinubu has done a lot of damages, and Tinubu cannot even repair. God has given you a chance, Tinubu, to repair things. Please take advantage, not for my sake, for the sake of our children. They deserve better. Now, if you see young, like Princess, thank God you said it. On Saturday, when you see young people organizing events like Africana, you know that the young Africans, the young people, many, these are your age mates.
And the more interesting thing, that Chris, I told you about the Yaso Rock restaurant. You know the owner, because the first time I went, I wanted to talk to them about, Nigerian Week, how they can partner with us, come and showcase Nigerian food on the food show. So I was waiting, and I said, but I wrote to you people on mail. I remember the name, Yaso Rock restaurant. So she was not forthcoming, so I left. That I was going to go back, and then when I went back to warm the food, I saw her. In fact, I was wowed when the one that served me the food, she looks more like the madam and all that. And I said, oh, I want to discuss something with you. I know you're very busy, a proposal. And I said, no, let me call my boss, the owner of the place. And she came, a young girl. Daddy Chris, I told you, a young girl. I was shocked.
I'm telling you, if you see,
you can see the amount this girl is making on daily basis. I was shocked.
Princess, if you see the two kids running Olu food now, I don't know whether you guys have tasted Olu food. I worked with them in the past. The parents are old. The man is not even old, but he left now. The children, they are not up to 30, they're 30 something years old. The senior one is 35, 36. They are the one running Olu food, the biggest brand you can talk of when it comes to Nigerian food in the UK at the moment. Maybe you try and find out who owns these tasties. You'll be surprised. I eat tasties every day. That's why I eat now. You understand? Princess, you'll be surprised that these are young Nigerians. You know what? People that can see the opportunity in the brand Nigeria. See, the brand Nigeria, it's a big brand. The brand Africa, it's a big brand. Let me use this way. Princess, forget about how we treat it. The name Nigeria, that's why I could come up with Nigerian Week. I set up a new company now called Afrofun. The name Africa is a big brand. It's something you tap on. Africana, big brand. It's just unfortunate that we, the leaders, the eldest ones, need to die quick so that the younger generation will take their future into their hands. I was against Tinubu becoming president. I was against people like Akpabio becoming Senate president because they cannot see. At Tinubu, if you see what young people are doing now in the name of Nigeria, you'll be ashamed of yourself. Akpabio, if you see what Nigerians are doing, it's not the same country where we have people like them Burna Boy now coming to the rest of the world. It's not your effort to, it's Burna Boy. He has used the name, the brand, the Afrobeat to take himself to everywhere.
Imagine the other day, somebody like Shakira saying that he really likes Burna Boy, somebody that he likes so much, he wants to meet him, she wants to work with him and all that. Imagine when people now start using the I love him so much, I just want to see him. Unlike them, when we say now we they hustle them, now they hustle us. Let's quickly go
Princess,
into the papers.
we were in this country, there was a time, Princess, they will not, which radio station won't play Nigerian music? Tell me first. It was a taboo to be Nigerian. But today, I bet enter shop, you will hear this Davido.
I went to Prime Mic now. They were playing Nigerian music there. I've gone to a lot of places, you know.
I mean, you gotta hit me.
Yeah, okay. The other day too, when I went to Dustin to see Anya, you know, there was this summer. So they were the DJs on the stage, and they were the open space. They were, you know, having fun. And before you know, they don't enter Nigerian musical. I was just thinking,
if they bring Nigerian DJ there, imagine they bring Nigerian DJ there. They can't roll. Only this boy, only one of in track. The place goes scatter. That is where we are as a people, as a nation. How can we be ashamed?
Anyway, because of time, Daddy Chris, we need to quickly go through the papers. There's so much we have coming from the papers today, and I don't want us to skip them. Mary, please quickly go to the Punch newspaper. But before then, we'll go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue with the reviews. We know a lot of things are coming in from our papers today, and there are some things, critical issues I want us to touch before we go. So let's go on a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Looking for
Ooh la la! The second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024 is here.
It's another blend of arts and culture, entertainment, business and networking activities.
A week-long extravaganza showcasing the best of Nigerian music, dance, craft, fashion and businesses.
Taking place at the prestigious Lighthouse Theatre, 262-274 Camberwell Road, London, SE5. OAY. Date 22nd to 28 July 2024.
Tickets are available at everbright.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com
or call +4407 459 513 619 or +4420 3623 8755.
Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com/Nigerian Week 2024.
Come and experience a nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.
Welcome back from that quick break. Yes. We'll go quickly with the papers now, and we have the Punch already. Mary, please.
The big story on the Punch: cholera spread. Fear of school outbreak rises as pupils resume. Lagos Emergency Committee meets. UNICEF experts urge sanitation in schools. And that story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And we have a
sorry, Mary, perhaps they should think about the kind of water they have in that school. Because
Yeah.
and the kind of place where the kids go to toilet. Good. So cholera outbreak. Oh God, let's we pray for this country. Go on, maybe.
Another
Sorry.
thing that decrease, I don't think is about what they eat alone. I think this disease is something, I don't want to use the word communicable, but I think because most time when you see people at the hospital, they're always quarantined. I don't know why they are quarantined. Maybe it's the spread. That is why people they are, children are not people that can actually take care of themselves, and so that is why teachers are worried.
All right. Mary, go on, because there's one news here I can't wait to hear. Go on,
Import
Mary.
import duty. Federal government summons 80 private jet owners over operating papers. Custom plan
Private jets
now.
owners, 80. You know how many we are talking about? 80 of them. Meaning how many private jets we have in the country? The gods
No,
save
this
us.
one are the ones when they sponsor that decrease, not be all of them. Oh. This one are the ones when
United
private when
States,
government.
yes, not all.
It's not
Okay,
all. Oh.
customs clamp down on improperly imported private jets begins probe Wednesday, and that's on page 21 of the Punch newspaper.
The ones that
Senate,
are not properly imported, right?
you
Huh.
said,
That's
clamp
the
down,
private jets that are
yes,
not properly
improperly
imported.
imported. Yes.
Good. Mean they didn't pay duty, they didn't do anything, they just flew them in and they begin to
It's
fly the
a
country.
free country that decrease. Anybody does anything and get away
The
with
two,
it.
ah, go on, Mary. See your brother did there.
Senate to receive 2024 supplementary budget,
Look at
July.
that one.
That's based on page 24. And 137 federal institutions subscribed to student loan. This coming from NERD Fund. And
All of them are subscribed to student loan. All. I'm happy. They should all, it's automatic. You are in Nigeria. All school must subscribe to student loan. Even the private should subscribe to student loan. Anyway, go on.
Salah, National Assembly leaders visit Tinubu, pledge support. And that story
Kai,
is on page
look at these
20
jokers.
of the
Look
Punch
at these
newspaper.
jokers.
Presidency, Obi clash over new presidential jet. And that
Thank
story is on
you.
page
That's
7.
the story I want to know. Princess, can you find out a little bit about that story for us?
And that story, I think another paper has a proper. When you go to the Tribune, Nigerian Tribune says Obi kick against proposed purchase of presidential aircraft.
Tribune, eh?
Yes, says government plan to buy new jet demonstrates extreme insensitivity to citizen struggle.
Thank
Now,
you.
we know, yes, I've seen that story. I wanted to, that's why I was saying let's go on the papers. Now we've
Good.
seen that
Good.
a government that refused to pay a minimum wage of
Now
250,
what? They are buying private jets.
they are buying private jet. Not like we do not have a presidential private. We have like 2 or 3 already. They want to top up. They want to buy extra. Are they not shameless?
And who needs this private jet? And oh man, what a country. In fact, a time will come, the poor people in Nigeria will revolt. It is not something that is going to happen next 20 years. It's going to happen soon. Nobody saw that there will be a day when young people will come out on the street and say anti-SAP. They were excited. They were dancing. They closed the streets. They cooked for themselves. They were ready to stay there. A time will come, you will not be able to use gun to push them out of the streets, sir. Do you want to get there? It's attitude like this. In fact, their ears, it stinks when you hear that the same country where we have no food, where cholera is going to kill our kids, that the federal government is investing on private jets for themselves so they can marry new wives.
No, it's not about even new wife. Daddy Chris, do you know how much a private jet is at a time? And I love the way Tribune put this story. Says government plan to buy a new jet demonstrates extreme insensitivity to citizens' struggle. At a
But that is
time
what
where
that's what Obi is saying. That's what Obi is saying. That is, I wish we can hear the other Baba. Wait a minute.
article.
Go to queue with this. Make the government uncomfortable. Begin to hold press conferences. Talk to the press. You see, it should not. Oh my God! I said it depends. If I were to be Peter, where's your government today? If you don't even have a government, you will have a council that will be meeting. That will have an office operating. That you go to that office, Peter. These men working 24/7 in all the ministries, telling us how they are working when how they are not. And you talking to the country, sir. And this is what I was waiting for. Thank you for doing this. I'm not saying only one. I want to have your men, one man in education, one in agriculture, one in this, one in that, so that they begin to gather this news and work with you. You come out with a resolution. We say President Obi, no, Obi's council of leaders. They are not president now, but actually saying this and actually saying this is the way forward. How, would that be too bad, Obi? You owe us that much. Because it's not about, I said to all these guys that were with Obi, that it's not about coming out to protest. Oh, we want a change, we want this. No, the time is to governance now. After election is government. You can contribute to this. You're not contributing to Tinubu. You're contributing to your nation. You're not helping Tinubu.
And you can also see a story here, top of the Nigerian Tribune, that says Nigeria's inflation ranks highest among African countries in May, and that is research. We've seen that these people are insensitive to the plight of Nigerians. These people are deaf ear. They do not care. They do not think. They are not worried about the people. They are cold. Their hearts are actually so cold towards the plight of the citizens. How else do you explain this?
We miss
that at a time like this.
We miss the Daily Times. Daily Times even have it as their headline. Obi fought plan to purchase presidential aircraft for Tinubu and Shettima. Now this is clearer. This is clearer. I'm going to share the paper before the end of the show. This is clearer. So it is the private jet is for Shettima and President Tinubu.
Who is Shettima, please? What is his job? What has he been doing, Mary, please?
The spokesman now, the spokesman to Tinubu is the one now saying everything. Even the one that the Tinubu did not say. He's now into Tinubu's heart.
What kind of vice president is that?
He's active now. He's a spokesman. He's talking. Some vice president used to talk. He used to talk. The president said, this is what the president has been doing. He just the one talking for Tinubu. That is his job. But one thing that he has done is at least then you see that, okay, when Osibajo was there, even if Buhari is not around,
he was busy. He was very busy.
Shettima doing anything, he will tell you, Tinubu's plan for Nigeria is like this, we are the one getting this wrong, this one, that one. So that is it. He's a spokesman.
Hey, you know what is painful in all this is, where are we going as a people? And that's the biggest fear. Because if we continue like this, where are we going to end up? That is the biggest fear.
And this visit of Baba to Baba's wife, I don't understand why he has not said anything. Because the way he's standing in that picture, you know that all is not well with Baba. Baba is not happy.
Okay.
He's standing with the president's wife, and I just want to hear what he said. I know that meeting must have been a closed-door meeting, but he's another person that can speak openly. And I will want them to speak, especially concerning this private jet. Now, they're trying to purchase for the president and the vice president. We need to stop these people.
You know what? My fear is they're not even ashamed, or they're not even afraid of what they do anymore. Because a country that is in this state, somebody still buying private jets. Now, wow.
Because they believe that we are only talking. We cannot do anything. But that's the truth.
Now, Mary, that is because you know, and the National Assembly is supposed to be opposite of the executive arm.
But they are
that is when you have an active, governance. Especially when this one is opposition, this one is opposition. So it's always a hit back to back. They checkmate each other. And before you know, they end up being in the interest of the masses, whatever decision they come up with. But we can see that, Akpabio is the right-hand man of the president. Abbas is the same. So who is going to checkmate these people? That is the question of the day. Anyway, there's a story here also that says cholera, Nigeria must prevent spread to schools. Now, this is coming from UNICEF. And We know we've already been calling. I've been trying to get a doctor, but it's always very busy. Now I understand why they are busy, especially now that they cannot access medications. They are running back and forth. They are now using herbs. I just hope that we're not going to lose more people due to this. And there's a story here also that says Nigerian pilgrims dies of heat stroke on Afrat Day, and that story had a better. Let me go to the Punch. I think we saw a better. Uh,
Explanation.
mm,
Let me
there's a
see.
story here that says, I'm coming. I'm looking for that story. Aha, there's a story here on the Vanguard that says over 2,700 pilgrims suffer heat stroke,
Exhaustion.
exhaustion as weather hits 48 degrees Celsius.
Hmm.
Yeah, they don't
I'm
have
just
issue.
we do hope that if you're traveling, know your weather know your body, your health condition. If you know you cannot withstand stress, we know this particular Salah is that one they go and stone the devil. Is that one they walk a lot of millions of people walking towards one direction to stone. And so I remember then years ago when one of my colleagues were actually went to cover that event. In fact, we were happy to have him back alive. We lost cameras and everything. So it's not a place where it's not a place for the faint-hearted, especially for our elderly ones. You can't walk such a distance in a group of millions of people walking to. Of course, the place is supposed to be hot. We know that the people are much. We're talking about millions of people, and of course, we're talking about the crowd as well. Stampede here and there, and so please, if you know you do not have the strength, do not go. You can still stay here and still do the prayer. God will still listen to that prayer. And there's a very disturbing news as well coming from Punch that says 3-year-old missing during Salah celebration in Lagos. It's very sad. We do hope that
This sad.
the security agencies will do something about that, and our mothers, parents should look after their children as well. You maybe they were praying, they were carried away or something, but younger ones cannot look after themselves. We have to look after them. And I just want us to quickly rush through the papers because of time. And we
Yeah.
saw.
Again, Princess, I don't know whether we can take a look at this Toffee ideology. I sometimes I know that nobody wants to listen to me when I talk
I was
about this.
gonna, I was gonna go to the Daily Trust. The president now. This is, Mary. Do you remember we argued this news yesterday? The headline that the president said Nigerians need sacrificing citizens for Nigeria to work.
Instead of
So
the leaders, he said
yes,
citizens
instead of the leaders. So
sacrifice for
No,
Nigeria.
Nigerians have replied, Mary. That is the headline. They
Lead
replied to
by
him.
example.
By example, Nigerians replied to Tinubu. I'm happy that Nigerians are actually replying. Now they read the news, they understand. And so
Yes.
it's a good thing that, because yesterday I saw that thing and I was so furious. How can the president say that Nigerians are already suffering? They don't have food to eat, they don't have accommodation, they don't have health care, and they don't have water, no education, and you are telling us to live by example. What of those ones that are using private jets, those ones that are sleeping at the National Assembly, senators and governors that are using trillions to do refreshments a month?
no,
The
no,
ones
no,
that
no. You just said we should live by example. No way, Princess. You just said it. President, we should live by example. But you're buying a new private jet. President Tinubu, we should live by example and you're getting new private jet. You and your vice. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
no,
That's
the
it. No, see,
question is that who do they think they are fooling?
no, I don't understand. I don't understand this. You know, and I know, you know, man, Princess, if you know why it's so painful when I come here every day and I have time to share this moment with you guys, it pains me deeply because deep down I know the potential of the Nigerian state. I know the potential of the Nigerian people. I stay every day, I wake up every day seeing what we can do, what we can achieve as a people, as Africa, as a continent. Yet we remain, unfortunately, we remain the poorest nation on earth. The poorest continent on earth is Africa. And everything now is in the mother Africa. Can we blame God for this? Which God are they going to serve in Mecca? That trip to Saudi to go and serve which God? The God that gave you food, that is angry with you, that you couldn't tap on the food he gave you. Which God, if you are the father of children and you give them so much on their soil that they should take and eat and they are hungry, if not you no go vex. God is angry at us, at our unproductive nature. Because you know what I know? You know when God talked to Abraham, to Adam, you shall teach the land. The language is what? T-I-L-T. Teach the land. Have you done so? That's the question I have for everybody today. When you don't teach your land, you're not obeying the commandments of God. So I don't know which God you're serving today. Because God said we should teach the land. What God has deposited in Africa is not anywhere else. But our leaders fail to teach our land. And those of you that clap for them, you see this one now, Zulum. Look at what is going to show us is only infrastructure. Zulum, I used to like you, but all you are showing me again is infrastructure. I'm not an infrastructure person. I call it Tofi ideology. Because God said we should teach our land. If you look at that Borno, where you come from, there will be so much in that land to take out. Mary, go to your village and look at what is under your soil. You'll be surprised. In my village, Ogara, we have a river Echo in Ogariki. Princess, we are blessed because of where we were born. But what do our village chiefs do? You let me tell you this. You know what they do? Now, because what happened now is we have a lot of tank farms where they bring in fuel, the one they import in those days. So anytime you hear a ship, because the ship is come to offload, you see all our ships, they will start to tie their wrappers. You know what they're going to do? Because they will give them at least 5 million naira. That's what they're going to share. And then they are going to the town hall to share that money. That is the generation we inherited. It is sad.
Anyway, there's a story here that is disturbing as well, coming from Vanguard, that says tension in prisons over rising food inflation. 750 naira now inadequate to feed one inmate per day. We do hope that this will not lead to, jailbreak and all that, tension in a prison. These are people that, even though they have been condemned, I think they have right to live inside the prison and to be fed. So government, do what is needful. Anyway, we can keep talking because we can talk and talk, but before we do hope that Nigerians, we see from our perspective, Nigerians we stand behind labor. We do hope that media houses, we know that there's something we're taught in school, right? Now, most of these media houses are owned by politicians. You know why they do that? To promote their evil, to cover their evil, to clap for their evil. And now we see that. Anyway, we do hope that the genuine media houses will keep ringing it, we keep saying it, we keep, Pastor
Princess,
Pastor Chris,
princess,
we say don't stop saying it, keep saying it. So we'll keep saying it.
yes, I will accuse you guys here by saying that brown envelope you're collecting. Media house, sometimes you are the one going to tell people, don't collect money and vote. Vote your conscience. But you, the same media guy, you
We
collect
do not
envelope.
collect brand envelope. That there's something
Why you
about
collecting brown envelope you write from?
no. That is not. It's not always. Sometimes, right? Let me tell you where brand envelope comes in or supposed to come in. Now, for instance, we as an agency, right? If somebody calls me now, oh, I have something I'm supposed to do. I'm trying to open a branch. I'm trying to do something. I'm here now in North. This is the is it not London, not East London, and now somebody is at maybe Southwest that wants me to cover something. I want me to call me for a press briefing. It is their duty. It is their duty, to take care of our welfare, our going and our coming. If not, if everybody start calling you as a journalist, your salary is not enough to do that, go
Princess,
about.
princess, so this is my fear. By the time we continue to do this, our salary will never be enough. Because the house, the house which is employing you, that journalist house, that media house, will never stand. You see, I always say, Princess, you will tell me today, and you will agree
There
with
are
me.
news that increase. There are news. I bet you if you check this newspaper now, it's not every news there that is paid for. There are some that are actually paid for, because some sound more like advertorial. Are
Yes,
you getting?
I
But
agree. There are
if you
advertorials
see,
everywhere.
like Nigerian struggle as food, drugs, all these are not paid for. These are news. These are genuine news that were sourced for by journalists struggling, going, spending their
Anyway,
time.
yeah, in any way, Princess, collective brand envelope for news should stop.
It should stop. That is it.
It should stop.
That would be a good place to wrap up the show. If we go on and on because of time, Mary, what's happening with Finidi and Osime? I heard that NFF is trying to open, a disciplinary committee on that issue.
But
Do you
that's
think?
what to do.
Do you think that Osime should be punished for what the outburst?
I don't really think he should. I know that yes, he's a human and he has feelings. Everybody just have the way they react to their pains and all of that. So I feel like before Kennedy would come out and say anything as regards him not going to beg footballers to come and play, and everybody definitely point at Osimhen. He would have at least confirmed from him. You understand? If truly the injury he was talking about is true or not, because he was the one that asked him to go and rest. He should
No,
go and
no,
rest.
I think Mary,
So no, the thing is
Finidi
that
was on
that
the
is not
squad.
what people also are saying online. You're not supposed to say you want to punish Osimhen. He's a human as well. You understand?
No,
Because of whatever happened between him and
anyway,
he said he should
Mary,
apologize. It's a different thing, but
I'll,
punishing him
I'll,
for that is wrong.
I'll
He's a
come
human.
in
He
here.
has feelings. You cannot tell him how to react when he's angry. You
Yes.
can't control how he should react when he's angry. Yes, because if somebody trying to tarnish your image, it is not everybody that sits back and allow people tarnish their image. Some people will sit back, whatever they want to do, they should do. They don't care. But some people will come out and defend themselves. So Osimhen fall into that category. And when you are trying to tarnish his image, he will come out and speak because whatever he feels is different from whatever they are saying. And if he doesn't come out to speak and debunk this, that is how it will be. You understand? A lot of people will try to start saying negative things about him. So at this point, I don't think people should tell him how he should react. And saying they want to punish him at this point is wrong. And that is what every other person has been saying.
Anyway, I want to say this. This thing is taken out of proportion. All right? And it's unfortunate. You know what Finidi reacted to is, a situation where you have stars like this guy. Why is he not in the bench? Why is he not on the field? You understand? And the guy is saying, hey, man, these boys are feeling they're a little bit too big, or maybe they are doing
Why
something.
is it that it's in Finidi's own time that they're not feeling too big to play ball?
Wait,
That means he
now,
has
really.
problems. He has
Agree.
problems. Why is it that in his own
Agree.
time that issues are coming up? We had other coaches. We don't have issues of them not bringing the main player that we need for our matches. But when it comes
No,
to his own time,
the,
even
the
the main
thing
player,
is,
the key players are not there. And he said he cannot beg them to come and play. But yes, a lot of people
Mary,
said he has pride.
Mary,
He has pride.
Mary,
That is too early for these issues
Mary,
to come up.
Mary, as far as I'm concerned, Osimhen wasn't professional enough, if that is what you are taking right.
Yes,
If,
but I don't think they should.
today now, Mary, we have President Tinubu as our president. Does it mean because I don't like him, he's not my president?
But have you not been reacting to what he's doing? So what if
Yes,
he
I
sees
react. I react to what he said, but that's not to say I will disobey the law of the Nigerian state. I can react to what Tinubu said, but I cannot disobey the law. Any law Tinubu said today, I must obey it. That is the problem. And I think, like I said, Osimhen should have just paid deaf ear to the rubbish. If I were to be him, I won't even react. I'll say, because media are going to talk. Anything I say will be taken out of proportion. So it's going to go, this one side this, this one side this, this one side this, this one side this. That's not helping Nigeria. The bottom line is we have a nation, we have a World Cup to go. I don't want to be there.
We're already
By
losing
all
our
means,
we already have the problem because we have 2 matches ahead of us, and then we're not saying that we don't have a coach. A coach has worked. He has worked out on the team, and maybe they are going to appoint an interim or somebody to supervise them. But with the attitude of the players already, I think we had an analyst that actually explained this in a better perspective yesterday, saying that these people will never respect these coaches from our own. They look down on
That
us.
is not true. This guy, we have the what's our name? Kechi of blessed memory. He was a Nigerian coach.
I
He
think,
led
I
us
think,
to
I think, yes. I remember the time of Kechi, Stephen Kechi. I was covering. I was on the sport beat. I think there's something different about Kechi, right? There's something. I think Kechi has this. He's a boss. He's somebody that used to man up. He's somebody that has, that controlling spirit. And so I think there's a way he actually run his own shows or things then that actually made these players,
Yes,
are
Finidi wanted
respectful.
to take
Maybe
control, but
that
they
is
won't
what
let him.
other coaches are lacking.
No,
When
Finidi
you get
wanted to take control, Mary, Princess. He wanted to take control. He's calm, but he wanted to take control. The job is too. I don't see, and like I said, I never believe in Finidi coach ability. You know why? Because one of the things, when you are a manager of a team, you are not a coach alone. You are the manager of the Nigerian team. What that means is your ability to put your teams together. Some of them, if you have a home, like those of us who are men now, if now all what our wife do, now we take divorce them. Now we say get wife. Some of them you pay deaf ear. You understand? The house is your own. The question is, how many people you think they don't fight in their homes? Have they left their wives?
I'm trying to
All
correct
women.
the questions
No.
here that
You see that
that
yes,
somebody
so these
was
two people here. If they're vex for you, they tell you one thing, you
Somebody was
will.
asking me maybe if I'm saying that Osima was lying that he wasn't injured. Please, I don't know. Maybe you weren't hearing me what I was saying before. I said he complained to Finidi, right, that he was injured. That was why he couldn't show up for the match. That's what he said. And he said he can actually show the proof of the video he sent to Finidi. So I didn't say he was lying that he wasn't injured. He said he was injured, right? So Finidi should have known how to react to it. So people cannot come out and tell Osimhen
No,
how to react.
Finidi was not reacting against Osimhen. This is the
You said
problem. See, Finidi lost a match. He's looking for
yes,
everything to say.
I'm not even supporting anybody at this point. But what I mean
Yes.
is people cannot come and tell Osimhen how to react when you are trying to tarnish somebody's image. If what he said, if he actually reached out to you that he was injured, then you should have at least discussed this thing with him privately.
No, Mary, you don't understand. These are two people defending themselves. Finidi
Yes,
lost
so why
the match.
are they not trying to say they want to a kind of punish Osimhen also?
No, they're
If
not
you
going to
say
punish anybody.
apologize, if you
Who
say
are
you
defending him?
yes, yesterday Peter side, Mary Peter side said he should be suspended for
be
the
banned.
outburst.
I saw it banned, something
Who
like
said
that.
that? Who said
Peter
that?
Peter side, and we're also seeing from coming from the Vanguard now that a disciplinary committee will be set up against him for that outburst. We're not respecting. Now, two of you should understand that it's not about his reaction. It's not about the outburst. It's about the fact that this is your coach, so you are supposed to talk to him like a coach. You cannot. You cannot be bigger. Mary, I understand what you're trying to say, that people cannot be told how to control their emotion, but I think the NFF is looking at it, or football fans are looking at it from the angle that no matter how big Osimhen is in the international league, he cannot be bigger than the coach, and he cannot talk to the coach in that tune, in that outburst. Hold on, Daddy Chris.
My question is,
hold on, Daddy Chris. Hold on. Like the guy we brought yesterday said, Osimhen was supposed to call the coach even before publishing or going online to rant. Coach, but I called you. I took excuse. I told you, even my doctor spoke with you that I wasn't feeling well. I had injury and I couldn't play at that time. Instead of going first online for that advert.
If you already go online, I refuse about me. I will never call you privately to ask you. If you ever go online, if you go online to say something about me, I will not call you privately. No, we'll go online and do it though.
Yes, you know what happened?
About me, I will not call you privately. For what? If you call me privately, I respect you with that shit. But if you go online to say something about me, then I will go online and reply you. That is how it is.
No, Mary, you're right. Don't forget, these are two responsible people here to a country. Osimhen is feeling guilty that he was not in a match. Nigeria needed him to win that match.
Yes.
He's at fault. We are blaming him. And we are blaming the coach who could not deliver. They are trying to say for Finidi to open his mouth and say, oh, I cannot beg players to come, when I took excuse from you that I cannot make it. No, the boy will be angry to say, hey, but I said this. I told my coach that I cannot make it. I can show proof that I am sick. What are you saying? How could, why should he wait? Because he did not, don't forget, something on the public domain, Princess. You cannot take it back. Oh.
That's true.
So Osimhen has every right to come out and say his position.
Was the comment made privately? So what are we settling privately?
No, I agree. Osimhen have to react. And the thing should die down now.
His reaction was wrong, I understand. People say he was rude. Maybe he reacted wrongly. You get my point?
Is rude? What is rude? For somebody to defend himself? What is rude? No, Mary, there's no rude there. This is what we're telling you people, younger generation. Tell us to shut up when there's need. Princess told me to wait. I have to wait. You cannot listen to the old man alone. You have to stand your position.
They want to ban him and all of that. You
can't
Osimhen remains my guy. I don't know whatever NFF is trying to do. They should not please suspend my boy. That's my boy. I said it before that Osimhen not being on this match is going to bring a major problem. Mary, I said it so. Mary, I said it. Is this you?
He has nothing to lose. That's just the truth.
Is this you? Maybe if we had Osimhen, we would have won the 2 matches. You see now, we've lost.
Is banning Osimhen going to solve the problem of our Super Eagles of Nigeria?
No, he can. You see, the truth is, a player. You know what happened in England? I don't know, Princess. So, if you watch the English match of 2 days ago, who won the match for us? Call his name. When I call the number what?
Number 10.
Go and look at the pitch. When you go into the pitch today, I said something to you guys. The pivotal player, if you see that guy, he was the playmaster. A coach rely on them. Or a reasonable coach will go and look for my number 10 first. Because when I'm not on the pitch, who is going to dictate for me? It's my number 10. I'm not there. I'm not going to talk on the pitch. The only person I'll be talking to is my number 10. When I do like this, you know. So you need a number 10 to run the game. And I'm happy that Nigeria will begin to see that what is painful today is we have a competition to qualify. And we got to be qualified. And we are going to be qualified. We need Osimhen in that bench. We need Finidi in that bench. We're not going to fight. We're not going to reconcile. We're going to say sorry to one another, and we're going to go and win the next 2 matches. Let us close this matter there. The 2 of them should go.
Which Osimhen are you needing? You say Osimhen that say I have injury, I cannot play. Or which Osimhen? Osimhen
No, it's not. That he couldn't play 1 match. It doesn't mean he will not play again. All right, that he couldn't play 1 match. He will not go play again. He's going to play the next matches. You understand?
For me, I think NFF should put its house in order. NFF, something is wrong with the body.
It's like you're telling a man to put his house in order. I agree. We are men. Like I said before, sometimes how you manage a home is important. NFF should not even allow the press to go into what it is now. They should come and defend these 2 people and take the matter indoors. You understand? That is what a wise person would do. You understand? I will tell you, it's not Finidi's fault. It's not this guy's fault. I'll call the 2 of them inside this, but we can't do this. The country is relying on us. Doing this is a failure. At the end of the day, when we come together and win the next match, they'll be behind us. Let us just come together and do the right thing now. Osimhen, we need you. Finidi, do your job. We have to do this for the country. Period. This is not leading us anywhere. That's what the old man will approach it. Thank you, guys.
Anyway, we are appealing to this NFF and this but the thing is that Finidi already left. He has resigned. So at this point, we cannot appeal to him because he has resigned the job. He has said he's not working again. He did say yesterday that NFF actually stabbed him from the back and all that. Yes, Finidi. So
Finidi, how many times? Women like to see that thing a lot. So I want to see Finidi like the wife and NFF as the husband. How many times your wife they tell you say you stab her for back? Maybe you just carry one girl, or you just see you they talk to one girl, or maybe one message when not be real, they go beat you put. So you don't refer that anger and react to it and leave the marriage. is stupidity. Marriage continue. That's all I
Apparently,
know.
apparently, our guest did say something yesterday that sometimes some of the contract they are signed, they sign, these are our local coaches sign, are not the same as outside coaches, because this one they might have told him no, no man, this the contract says after two, if you fail too much you leave, and that contract is within a year, and unlike other coaches that their contract is solid, a period of time, and that money is paid.
But
And if you break
who
it,
signed this kind of stupid contract? If you lose 2 matches, you leave. Come on, who's going to sign it? In fact,
that's
the truth is NFL is in trouble. They want to defend that they lost a match. Nigeria are angry. Everybody need to calm down so we win the next match. Can we not oversplurge this? Because these people, they are in trouble already. If we add to their agony.
all right. Thank you for being on the show today. Thank you for being part of the show, Daddy Chris and Mary. Thanks to our viewers, to our listeners as well. Sorry once again, our guest couldn't join us. A doctor was supposed to be here, but they are all busy this morning. We'll keep talking on the cholera issue so that if we don't see more spread, and because children are involved and they are vulnerable as well, we don't want issues of destroy children being we're losing children. Cholera is a serious thing. In as much as we couldn't get a doctor today, I just want each and every one of us to be careful of the water we drink, to be careful of what we eat, we take in, and all that. And we know that our lawmakers, we are appealing to them. The fact that they are the one now trying to sponsor, they are trying to sponsor, a bill that will bring these private jets. I just saw the report now. In fact, if you go online, now it's all everywhere. Peter Obi is hitting very hard at them. The lawmakers are sponsoring it, that our dear president and vice president actually needs another new private jet, and Obi is very angry that at this time that Nigerians are dying, you want to add to your luxury. That is the word he used. We know that our politicians, they like luxury, but we do hope that every individual, well-meaning Nigerian, will come against this particular bill that the lawmakers want to, whatever they are doing at that chambers. We don't care. Thank you so much for being on the show. Like I said, take care of your kids, your environment. Cholera is spreading so fast. And when your children goes to school, give them water from your home. Tell them not to drink from any other source from now. When they come home, bathe them, wash your hands and all that. Please, we need to be sure that the children are well taken care of. You can see this already, where they are getting water from the environment alone already. We even give you cholera. And please, and experts are also calling for vaccination, if our children can be vaccinated, so that against cholera. So I'm really praying that we'll find a way out soon. Anyway, thank you so much for being on the show today. Do want to follow us on our social media handles. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and of course YouTube. Leave us with your comments, subscribe to the page, and please share this amazing content. And of course, don't forget our Airbnb homes are everywhere in Abuja, and of course in Lagos, Abuja, and London as well. Just a call away, is a home away from home, is well furnished. You have everything there, well furnished bedroom, apartment, the kitchen, the bathroom, the rooms, the parlor. You have every corner to yourself. All you have to do is just call us to do your bookings today. And don't forget also that you can shoot your movies there. You can shoot your music film there. You can also do your meetings, parties, and holidays as well as a family. So it's a good place to chill and explore the city. We have a free Wi-Fi and, of course, cars to take you, help you explore the city. Call us today for your bookings. And, of course, do not forget our magazines. They are art as well, as a place where you can showcase yourself, and not just showcasing their archives. In the next 10 years, you pick at it and you're happy with yourself and with your life. So do well today to reach out, to give us a call, to showcase your brand, your product, your services, and your amazing self and career as well. And do not forget the Nigerian week that is fast approaching. We have quite a lot already, a lot of people coming on board. We have Nollywood. You can say that we're going to be having the Moonlight Film Festival, film screening. We're going to be talking about Nigerian real estate sector that is booming now. We're going to be talking about agriculture. A lot of people have been saying we should diversify. This is a good time to talk about agriculture, the benefits in Nigeria. And of course, we're going to be having the food show where Nigerians bookers will be coming on the streets of London to showcase our amazing food to the world. We're going to be talking about fashion as well. And to crown it all, we have the award ceremony where we'll be recognizing well-meaning Nigerians who have done so well, who have been able, to impact meaningfully into us as a people and as a country as well. So do well, reach out, partner with us. You can be a major sponsor as well. No matter what you do, no matter how little, you can be part of it. You can even be in Nigeria and your brand is here reckoning with the world and international community. Do not forget that we live in the world is not a global village, and is a place to connect. So do well to give us a call today or send us an email. Visit our website as well. Thank you so much. And like we said quite a lot. I'm not going to say so much, but drive carefully and watch what you take in, watch what you eat because of cholera. We do this again tomorrow, hopefully. Thank you so much.
Looking for a home away from home in ABUJA? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore ABUJA at your own pace. Book your Srtv